Hello.
What's up, y'all?
How are you?
It's us. It's Tabletop Oreo coming at you
With some more commoner. I'll see if I can refrain from getting tilted.
Yeah.
No promises.
I'm not playing Briar.
Well, I get to play the ball lightnings this time.
Yeah.
So
that probably helps. However, it's a strictly worse ball lightning deck in Lexi. Yeah. I assume.
I would assume.
One can assume. And I made Oldhim and Dash.
Yeah, I brought Levia back. I changed out 6 cards just to see what I took out some of the cards that did not have defense on them. I added yellow Dread Screamer. It doesn't have 6 attack, but I don't think it matters for this one. Because this one is purging cards from your discard pile, and if you hit ones with 6 attack, it gets go again. And then I added red and yellow Zealous Belting, because both of these will almost always have go again if I use any attacks to pay for them. So the premise is that by adding these extra go again attacks in the deck, you get to put more pressure on the opponent. I took out one of the cards that cared about you drawing and discarding a 6 power attack. So
okay. So yeah, Dash is just like all the boost cards. That's pretty much how I built Dash. Yeah. So yeah, it was not that complicated to throw together.
Mechanologist really needs another set.
Yeah, because there's like just not that many options. I basically put all the options in here for common stuff for Dash. And then,
on that topic, the next set was announced, right? And we talked about a little bit about it in the Discord. Yeah. But the Ninja, Illusionist, and Wizard are going to be in the next set.
And we don't know what the last thing is?
It may only just be the 3 heroes.
Oh, it might just be 3? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, with that in mind, no Mechanologist around the corner. I'm glad that there's no Runeblade in this set.
Yeah.
I would be happy if they didn't.
No Draconic Runeblade?
Yeah, I know.
Why? Why not?
Definitely no mech, yeah. I could see maybe like thematically what makes sense is ice. Why couldn't you have an ice Runeblade, right? Or ice really anything?
Well, it would be
ice ninja. You throw
right.
Is Icelander elemental? She's elemental or whatever, but with body of ice.
I think she's just a wizard. I don't know. I don't have one.
Yeah, I don't know how it works necessarily, but still, the set. I don't really know how you, because this is the part I really wanted to talk about. I don't know how the set is balanced for limited,
especially if it's only 3 heroes,
unless there are a lot of generic attacks. Or there's a lot of draconic cards, and 2 of the characters share the draconic cards, but then Icelander doesn't have.
Ice is just hanging out.
She's just hanging out. She doesn't have the dragon stuff, unless there's something that Illusionist and Wizard can share, which would be interesting, but I don't know. They've spilled a bunch of Icelander cards, but yeah,
it's a brain burner. The stuff that we got going on,
because there's only 2 Blitz decks that were solicited, right? The Ninja and the Illusionist. So, you know, there's not like, it's not like the other standalone sets where there were 4, or Aria where there was 3, right? No, it is 4 copies of 2 decks in the Uprising starter. So I don't know, something to chew on. Still 2 months away. There's like a pre-release, I think, like a big pre-release.
They would announce one for Vegas.
Yeah,
which looks pretty cool.
Yeah, which is kind of cool because it's like 2 weeks or something before the rest of the set drops. So, and the Marvel cards look sweet. The Marvel frames, look dope. So that's something else for collectors to go chase after.
Big money dollars on those guys.
Okay, you ready to
throw down?
Throw down.
Can you get added on Legend of Runeterra?
The what? Can you add me on Legends of Runeterra? Sure. I don't know what you need me for, but yeah, I can add you. Message me through Discord.
Are we going? No plans
yet.
Now.
Yeah. I honestly don't know if I make enough of my current job
to go anywhere. Also,
to justify going to too many trips.
Airline tickets have risen 50% this year. Yeah, since the start of the year.
Yeah, we might go to places we can drive to, but yeah.
Yeah. Not ideal. All right, so yeah, let's do it. I got dash. I'm getting the hyperdriver. It's literally the only item in my whole deck. So.
Okay. It's because it's the only common.
It's the only common item. Okay. It's a good one. I think it's.
I'll play Lexi.
We're in South Carolina.
I'll play Lexi since I played Levia last week.
I gotta figure out what my equipment is. I just brought a stack of equipment to
That's fair.
From. I was thinking about trying these stubby hammerers in case I have like a hand of a bunch of low cost attacks.
For the entry and then accommodation and traveling and yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you're from another country and you're traveling to the United States, it will shock you how little people in this country care about COVID. So.
What is Lexi? Okay.
Yeah. Freedoms, this word you keep using. I don't think it means what you think it means. Alright, we're going wide with Lexi.
Okay.
It's the plan. Go wide. I have opted for Death Dealer because I want to draw the card, because I do think this deck is... I'm playing a lot of red cards. Don't mind telling you, playing a lot of red cards, so... I'm not entirely sure that I can... Not entirely sure that I can fund this deck at all times, but we'll see. So, yeah, I don't play like a ton of constructed. I don't know if you were looking for like a constructed scrimmage partner there, Rip Its Will or not, but I mostly play the PvE mode these days. I hung up the spurs, but
red means dead. Freedom.
Well, since we're both from the South, we're very acutely aware that I beat you by 2. We're very acutely aware of how I don't know, dumb the average much of the average public is. I think I wanna. This hand is exciting. This hand is thrilling.
Maybe better with a common generic sword. What?
The
one that like explodes after a few uses.
Talishar.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, because you can't give this pistol go again. So
yeah,
you get like one shot with a pistol turn. That makes sense. I don't know that I have one of those handy, but
you think. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to Death Dealer down Dazzling Crescendo. So it's going to cost 1, and I'll draw. Put an arrow from my hand, face up in my arsenal. If I do, draw again. Okay. Alright, so I am going to fire the Dazzling Crescendo at you, and I am going to show you Heaven's Claws.
Heaven's very own claws.
And this has go again.
Okay, so it's 4?
Yeah, it's coming at you for 4.
Alright, I'll block for 5.
Blocking for 5. I want to get something arsenaled, but I also want to play 2 more attacks, or at least 2 more cards. If I play that, I want to arsenal that. Is it worth holding one of these? Maybe. It may be. Okay, I am going to play Flock of the Featherwalkers. So that is coming in for 5.
And you have to do a thing?
Yes, I'm going to show you the Heaven's Claw that I showed you earlier. And I have a Quicken token. Okay.
6.
Alright, I'll Arsenal, and it is your turn. I will draw.
Okay.
Oh wait, these are discarded. This is under. If I was playing the Snapdragon Feeties, I could have gotten an extra attack there. So, but I opted for the Ironhide Boots. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, I'm gonna play Zipper Hit. I'm gonna pay 1 for it, and then I get 1
refunded.
Refunded, yeah. So coming in for 4, boosting. We boosted.
It's coming in for 3.
3. We'll go again.
Okay, now is this where I just let you hit me as hard as you can, and then I hit you as hard as I can?
Perhaps.
And then we see who wins the game. Coming in for 3, per my tweet earlier today, 3 is like unto a child to me. Perhaps, yeah, I'll take the 3. I'll take the 3. Okay. Am I playing defensive reacts? No, I don't.
And then I'll play...
I strongly considered putting the unmovable or whatever in this deck, but I don't know how I would ever pay for it.
Yeah, I think I'll do this. I'll payload.
Okay.
For 4. It's got Dominate.
Okay, I'll take 4.
Alright, and then I'll Arsenal.
Okay. I am going to play Flock of the Featherwalkers. I'm going to show you Heaven's Claw. And my Quicken token explodes to give this go again, and then I'll get another Quicken token from playing this. I have 1 resource right there. So this is coming at you for 5. How am I going to use the boots? Yeah, good question.
I'm going to for 3.
I probably won't. Okay. All right, so you take 2. I'm going to go ahead and pop my vest to the first fist to get 2 more resources here. And then I am going to this will collapse the combat chain. I'm going to electrify. So the next time an attack action card hits a hero this turn, it deals 3 damage to them. It's played from my arsenal. I draw a card. So play that from the arsenal. Draw. So this is hanging out. All right. I am going to throw Heaven's Claw at you. This explodes. This has go again.
All right, no defense.
So this is coming at you for 5, but you'll take an additional 3, so you'll take 8.
Commoner's going.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to Death Dealer, so that will collapse the combat chain. I lose a resource. I'm going to put Pathing Helix into my arsenal. Face up, and I'll draw a card off of Death Dealer. Alright, I'm going to fire Pathing Helix at you for 4, and if it hits and I have no cards in my arsenal, I can put a card from my hand face down into my arsenal. So let's come at you for 4.
No defense.
You take 4.
Mm-hmm.
I get to put a card face down into my arsenal?
Yep. Dated all commoner win? Is Dated all completely unplayable?
This does not have go again, though. I'll put that face down in my arsenal.
So like, what if Dash had 3 hand size?
Which is something I guess I would have done anyway. Okay. Alright. That's that. This will go under.
Yeah. Absolutely unplayable. She's unplayable in Blitz, just about. Alright. I'm gonna play Zipper Hit. That's gonna get me up to 3 with the Hybrid Driver. I'll boost. We've boosted 4. Go again.
Okay. Let's see. How much of this am I willing to spend?
I still almost wish that Commoner you could play rares, because there's a lot of just uninteresting things that happen in Commoner.
Well, like you're missing some swinginess.
Yeah.
That does not exist in regular Flesh and Blood, or like even in Limited, right? Because Limited,
you have a bomb in Limited.
Yeah, Limited, you will probably have a couple rares in your deck,
yeah.
right? And you may have a Majestic. Like, it's not unreasonable to suspect that you'll have
rarer, yeah.
Rarer.
You're taking 1?
Yeah, I'll take 1.
Okay. I'm gonna play Rotary Ram. Says next technologist attack action card you play this turn gets +3. If you boost this turn, put it on the bottom of your deck.
Uh-huh. Keeping yourself from getting milled, I see.
And then I'm gonna play Overblast. Plus X, where X is the number of times you boosted this turn, so it's at 6, and then +3, so it's at 9.
9, you say?
Yep.
I'm at 12. No
go again or anything.
I think I take those 9 down to 3. You got your. We'll worry about defending next turn.
Okay. Your turn.
Alright, so one case for using Shiver instead of Death Dealer is that Shiver is an instant, so it doesn't break the chain, so that your ball lightnings.
That's probably like reason enough, almost, right? And it gives Dominate.
So this is something to remember, but that's fine. Alright, I am going to turn Electrify face up using Lexi. So it is a lightning card. My next attack gains Go again. I am going to pitch Heaven's Claws to play Electrify. If it's played from the arsenal, I'll draw a card. So my next attack does 2 damage if it hits. I am going to Death Dealer a Buzz Bolt into my arsenal. I'll draw off of Death Dealer. Okay, and then I am going to spend this one to Buzz Bolt, and this has Go again because of Lexi's ability. So that's coming in for 5, and if it hits, it's going to do 2. So. And this says if it was fused. Oh, lightning. I'm going to show you a ball lightning. So it is fused. So whenever an attack hits it this turn, it deals 1 damage.
All right, I'll defend for 6.
All right. I am going to ball lightning you.
Okay. No defense.
Okay. Any reactions? It's going to hit you for 3. So I can Honing Hood here, right? Destroy Honing Hood, return all cards in your arsenal to your hand, then put a card. Returning a card is not part of the cost, right? So I am going to Honing Hood. I want this or the free card. I think I get the free one. Does it put it face down? Oh, it goes face down. And then I'll play Ridge Rider Shot for 4. But if it hits, it'll do 1. So it will hit you for 5.
If it hits. I'll block with these
gear.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, that's it. That's going there. This is all going over there. This is going under. And then I will draw 4.
Okay, I'm gonna use the stubby hammers to attack action cards at 3 less base power, get +1, and I'll attack and its turn and go again.
Okay.
And I'll 0 to 60 and boost.
Alright, so it's coming in for 4.
I get $1. Yep.
Alright, I'll defend for 3.
Alright, take 1.
Yep.
Okay. I'll shoot you with my gun.
Okay.
For 2. Where I add a thing on it and then I shoot you.
Okay. I wonder if it's worth keeping these. I think this is the same. I get to keep a card in case we get down to yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm done.
Defend like that. Let's go on. Alright, I am gonna ball lightning you.
For 3.
Yep.
I'll defend.
Mark of lightning here. I'm gonna frazzle. No fusion, but it's coming at you for 5.
It would hit if it hits, it is 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of lightning. Ball lightning.
Luck 6.
Okay. I will go ahead and mark of lightning just to get the 2 from ball lightning.
So this is 2. Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to wait until I had 2 ball lightnings to get the damage. So
yeah.
All right, that's that. I didn't get to arsenal or anything, which feels less than spectacular.
I'll be done. Arsenal. Your turn.
No, it's
yeah, it'll probably be banned. I wonder if Seeds of Agony also will be. I thought about making a change just to see, but I did not.
all I had to do was just wait 1 turn. I'll play ball lightning for 3.
Okay. I'll defend 3.
Gonna be banned sooner in the stream. Don't tempt me. I'll ball lightning
For 2.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? I'll defend.
Ravenous Rabble. Coming at you for 4. The ball lightnings would not apply to Ravenous Rabble if that impacts your decision.
No, it does not? Okay.
Because there's
So
only
elemental.
lightning or elemental action cards. So it is coming at you for 4. So, but you don't have to throw both cards away.
I guess. I'm going to go ahead and just throw both. I don't really have good play next turn, so.
Okay. That'll be it. I'll arsenal. And draw.
I'm done.
Okay. I am. Yeah, I guess so. I am going to electrify. So the next attack, if it hits, it does 3 damage to you. And then I am going to fatigue shot for 5.
Block 5.
Okay. That goes there. I had to spend that one. This goes under, and I'll draw 3.
Okay, I'll use Hardened Cross Trap, and then I'll play Combustible Courier.
Okay.
Says if it hits, next attack you boost this combat chain gets +3. I'm boosting.
All right, coming at me for 3. I am going to defend with Searing Shot.
Okay, I'll shoot you with a gun.
For lethal. I'll defend.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, I'll fire a buzz bolt at you. I will show you Heaven's Claws. So it is fused. If it hits you, if an attack would hits a hero, deals 1 damage. So it's coming at you for 5.
Block for 6.
Okay, that's that. I'll slap that down in the arsenal. That's gonna go there. This is gonna go under. And I will draw 4.
I'm gonna zipper hit. And boost.
Trying to unzip me.
For 5. Go again.
Okay. Well. I guess I'm gonna defend 5.
Payload. If you boosted, it gets Dominate. So 6 Dominate.
I die.
Boom.
This is why I should have kept that, because I could defend with the Dominate. Okay, so what happened is I never saw the Lightning Surge and the Entwined Lightning, or like early in that game, I had the mix of stuff, and then there was a streak where I drew like 3 arrows a turn, and I could just fire like the 1 arrow, right? So I
yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
Right.
I just gotta take all the arrows out of the deck. That's the solution.
The problem is you're trying to like use arrows to win. All right.
No, I didn't. Well, I don't want to use the arrows to win. Right? That's the thing, is I don't want to use them.
Rotten Old Buckler. Helm.
So I saw people were complaining that you couldn't use heart the strap for Brute and Blitz anymore.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
You always use Barkbone strapping.
I was like, what kind of coward Brute is not using the dice rolling card? This is, you are just filled with abject terror of rolling dice in this game. It's so easy. I make it look so easy on the stream to just roll dice and get an OTK with Reiner. Yeah, well, it's gone. Good, fine. You're just playing. You're a coward for playing Reiner instead of somebody cool like KO
Or Levia.
or Levia. All the broken characters are gonna get Living Legend, and then the game will be good.
That's the idea, right?
Roll dice or don't play Brute. That's my thoughts exactly. Those are my thoughts exactly. Yeah, it's gone. Like so much dust in the wind.
Rip in peace. 85.
I can easily best this.
44.
All right.
Okay, what am I doing in this deck? Okay, I see. We'll play Snowed Under. I'll push this Polar Blast. I'll show you this Icy Encounter as an Ice Fusion.
Okay, so it's coming at me for 7.
And if it hits, create a Frostbite token.
Okay.
OG Bravo might come back and blitz. Yeah, I would play OG Bravo. I like him. Boom. All right, that's my turn. I'll Arsenal a card.
All right. I am going to play Zealous Belting, and I'm going to pitch the Dread Screamer. So while there's a card in my pitch zone with attack higher than Zealous Belting, it gains Go Again. So here comes Go Again Zealous Belting for 4. All right. All right, we're going on a wild ride. And so when I attack with it, I draw a card, then discard a random card. So here goes a random card. And it does have 6 or more attacks, so it has to go again. So this is coming at you for 6. You like Helm of Eisen Peak on Dash?
What?
That's a Guardian Helmet,
You can't
right?
play that. You don't have that. Yeah, it's Guardian Helmet.
Guardian Helmet.
Otherwise, yes, that would be great. Because it's got Battle Worn 1. I think
Are you making up
just...
rules, John?
Yeah, he is. I'll take the...
There may be a cap. You better put a kappa, bro. You take 6?
Oh, yeah, no defense. Yeah.
All right. Am I bark boning to get a meat axe hit in here? Or do I value the 1 hit point on bark bone more than the attack? Is it worth it to bark bone strap? Not sure. Do I value an extra card in my discard pile? I do. I think we hold off. That.
Okay, I will play Snowed Under, pushing Icequake. Create this Icy Encounter. 5 for 7.
Okay.
If it hits, create a Frostbite token.
Frost. Take 7, go to 13. It's not like it sees play anyway.
Imagine the busted stuff you could do with 4 hand-sized data doll. Whoa.
Okay, well, I don't have to worry about this card ever again. So, do I throw these in the way? Okay, I'll defend 6.
7.
7.
All right.
With the bark bone strapping.
Your turn.
All right, strapping is destroyed. Well, battle worn. Okay, I am going to meat axe. I hope I don't discard the card that I want to keep, but we'll see. That was the card I wanted to keep. All right, it's coming at you for 3.
All right, all defense reacts.
Okay.
Up to 1.
That's that. That'll go there. This will go over here. I actually wonder. Yeah, no, that's gotta go there. That's gotta go there. And I'll draw 4. Go ahead.
Okay. An icy encounter. First 6. It hits. Great frostbite token.
Do I let this through? Alright, I'll defend for 6.
Alright. Attack reactions. Gonna pummel.
Okay. So I have to discard a card. Hit me for 4 and a discard a card.
Yes.
And I get a frostbite?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, frostbite me.
There you go. Alright.
Alright, I'll meet axe for 3. Draw and discard. Does have 6. So it's coming at you for 5.
A 5-er.
Most broken card in Comedy. Pummel. Pummel is very good. Certainly very good.
I'll block 5 with unmovable.
Okay. Let's go under and I'll draw 4.
Titan Fist. So 4 attack. Yeah, Pummel's awesome.
I'll take the 4.
Alright, Arsenal. Your turn.
Alright, I am gonna Dread Screamer. Alright, as an additional, I have to banish 3. I have 1 left. There's a 6. No blood debt. Not that it would matter this turn. Alright, this has go again. This is coming at you for 5.
Alright, no blocks, but all defense reacts to the sink below.
Okay.
Draw.
Take 1.
Okay.
I am gonna bark bone strapping.
Oh my god.
So easy.
Literally that last
easy.
The last like 6 times you've done that.
It's so easy. Why would you ever play herd and cross trap? You could just play bark bone strapping.
It's 3 resources every time.
Okay. And
easy.
I'm gonna dread streamer. Dread streamer.
I dread my streamer playing bark bone strapping on me. 3.
Yeah. Alright, there's some blood debt. Alright, it's coming at you for 6.
All unmovable.
Okay, so take 1.
Take 1.
Okay, I'm gonna Lunar Tide Plunderer. Coming in for 6.
I'll walk with this buckler.
Take 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go under. I will draw 4. And
I'm gonna make you discard a card unless you pay 1.
I'll pay 1.
Okay. All arsenal. Your turn.
Okay. I am gonna dread Screamer.
Three.
Mm-hmm. Got 1. I do get to ignore blood debt this turn. Alright, so it's coming in for 6. It has go again.
Okay, I'm gonna defend. With these guys. Attack reactions.
No attack reaction.
I'm gonna use Oldhim's ability to pitch an ice card and put a card on top of your deck.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's all I got then.
Okay. We're gonna use this helm. And I'm done.
Okay. I am going to play Boneyard Marauder. Purge 3 cards.
That's kind of my plan.
Okay. Don't worry about blood debt. It's coming in for 6. I am going to Hooves of the Shadow Beast when that stuff gets purged so that I have an action point.
Okay. Alright, defense. defend, and then attack reactions.
No attack reactions.
We'll fate for seeing.
Okay.
And then we're gonna pitch to Oldhim for ice. Yeah.
Okay, I am gonna Goliath Gauntlets. And I am going to Deadwood Rumbler. So I've got one resource left. When I attack, I draw a card and then discard a random card. And if it was a card with 6 or more, I can banish a card in a graveyard. I'll banish the Zealous Belting. Yeah.
For 8.
Coming at you for 8.
Okay, I'll defend for 6. Take 2.
Yep. You gonna pay what you owe, Santa. You gonna pay what you owe, Levia. Alright, what do I got left in the way of go again attacks? I'm gonna enough pressure. Ooh. Am I gambling? I think I gamble. I don't think you play brute safely. I think if you do, you lose.
Yeah.
So we're gambling. I'm gonna wild ride. Got one left. Okay, so when I attack, I draw and then discard a random card. That was not what I wanted to discard. Alright, so that is coming at you for 6 with go again. I might add, that's not what I wanted to discard.
I'll do that, and then I'll pitch to Oldhim.
Okay. That'll go there. Where Ebenfold bails me out, I'll spend the 1 to banish a card from my hand. So Deadwood Rumbler.
You banish the card from your hand?
Yeah.
Oh.
Banish a card from your hand. If it is a shadow card, draw a card.
Okay.
So it is a shadow card. It's instant. So
that doesn't have go again. Oh, it is instant. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll draw, and then we'll try to meet Axe. This is a 6, so I'm safe from the debt. Attack does have 6 power on it. Coming at you for 5.
I lose.
Yeah.
That's it.
The go again in this deck really helped it out. Like, substantially helped it out. Gambler's Prophecy. Substantially helped.
I'm kind of done. I don't want to play this anymore. I'm
done with Commoner.
I'm pretty over Commoner, to be honest.
Yeah, here's my question. How long do you think before Commoner is interesting?
Years?
I think so, right? Because you need... I think I think very few classes are even close to like being able
interesting.
Yeah.
I did like Bravo last week.
Yeah.
Briar is very good.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. But that's because she has the most cards.
Viserai is probably fine.
Yeah. Viserai is probably okay. So, Commoner Tiny Leaders. I never played Tiny Leaders. Tiny Leaders felt to me in 2014 or whenever it was like climbing to popularity. Tiny Leaders felt like a way to make cards that weren't expensive valuable, right? So yeah, I think that's my biggest complaint with Commoner, is that there's not as many cards really in the card pool as you would like.
There's not nearly enough. Like with Dash, I just had no options.
Yeah. You're just playing all of the Dash.
I just played the good stuff.
That's the way Ninja felt. It was like you're playing the cards that you have, and that's what you have. Right.
Yeah, it's like it's not that interesting.
I wonder how Illusionist would feel. Now, I think Uprising will help, because then Illusionist and Ninja will both be more interesting.
Yeah.
So
maybe we'll see.
Yeah,
I guess back to Blitz next week.
The thing was, like, when I played Pauper a decade ago, Pauper was awful. Pauper was like, you were winning like Spire Golems or whatever the guys that had affinity for islands were, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or there was like mono black. I like, what's his face? The stupid gray merchant of Asphodel or whatever his name was came out and like cracked the format open. So most classes can only build one deck. So
yeah, I like it as
I think
probably good as a trick.
Because the decks are going to cost like $5 to assemble, right? So I don't hate Commoner. I think having a Commoner decks together, you teach someone to play the game with Ira, and then you got a couple of Commoner decks together,
just so they can see how the other heroes like behave.
Yeah, solve for those YouTube views.
Yeah, we can solve it. We can delete our Viscerai deck. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Not playing against Viscerai again. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Love that.
Thumbs. One last Rune Blade to play against in the world. Yeah. Thumbs up. So.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, like you could even have Commoner decks probably to give away.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Easily.
Right. Welcome.
We could, like, how many Commoner decks could we assemble from our like 5 row of extra commons?
Yeah.
A lot, probably.
Probably a lot, like, right? Like we could.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's actually an idea I might approach to helping grow the stuff at the store. So.
Wizards. I don't like Kano because I don't understand.
Yeah. So I've talked about this kind of with like Justin some. I've talked about it with some of the local players. I haven't talked about it a ton on stream. Flesh and Blood is like 75% of the game that I want it to be, right? And I think the way Wizards were handled, and so to a lesser extent Rune Blades, because they also do arcane damage, kind of like warp the game, and you want them to feel different as classes, right? Because they do feel different when you're playing them. But I wish cards that did arcane damage were not called non-attack actions. I wish they were called spell actions, right?
Or just and like then, any number of other things that you could build off of.
Well, and I wish
sort of like a branching.
Yeah, so I wish if a non-attack action modified the way if a non-attack action modified the way an attack worked, you would call it like a stance action, whatever, right? And then you're getting like a little bit more defined with the words, right? Because when I see non-attack action from a wizard, when I first started the game, I didn't comprehend what was going on. Thematically, it makes sense. You're a wizard, you're blasting the spell, right? And like the damage on an attack, right? That's 7 physical damage. If the spell non-attack action like zap or whatever, you just put 3 and then like a purple symbol or whatever for arcane, then like you could maybe make more sense, right? Because you're playing this out. It's not an attack, right? It's this is a spell. The wizard is casting a spell at you. So, and then having ways to interact with spells more than just Arcane Barrier, I think would be more interesting. So
yeah, Arcane Barrier sucks. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think Arcane Barrier is probably my biggest complaint.
It's just like not an interesting way to handle defense against Arcane.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, man. I like
if this were Dungeons and Dragons 3.5, the wizard goes to cast a spell, I take an attack of opportunity and I trip his ass, and then I grapple him and he can never cast a spell again.
Cover his mouth.
So yeah. Stuff a rag in his mouth, break his fingers.
Jeez.
Just so you can't.
You have to use your lame, stupid robes that for some reason you were packing to fight the wizard.
Yeah, I wish arcane damage was redesigned. Right, you could maybe even have spell attack actions.
Yeah, right. That would be interesting. I'm surprised they didn't do something like that.
Because you could have, I would love like Fab 2.0 in my head. I was like my wildest pipe dream was like a redesign of the game in some way, but that we're probably still. I think you're years away from something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I enjoy Flesh and Blood, but there are so many baffling design decisions that I wish weren't quite in the game, and with like a little bit of changes, Flesh and Blood would be one of like my top 5 games of all time.
I do applaud how ambitious the game is.
that is, and I don't want to like this is just my personal feelings, right? Like my pedigree at this point, like if you go back and you look at all of the card games that we've played, right? There are some things that feel like they stick out in this game when you've played as many games as we have, and the clunkiness around the term non-attack action to me feels like it could have been smoothed over with like a couple other things, right? The way Go Again works, and I guess maybe it was structured that way just so that instants would work the way that they do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was saying to Nathan earlier that the more card games we play, the more I miss Keyforge.
Yeah, exactly. It really does.
I appreciate Keyforge.
Yeah, I told Justin, I was like, in the very when we kicked off our channel, I wrote a review for Keyforge, and in that review, I said Keyforge was a card game for people who were jaded with card games, and I stick by that assessment of the game 4 years later. Right, there's so much in Keyforge that
it's like refreshing.
Yeah, that's refreshing. That you, Flesh and Blood, I enjoy, but how many times do we go to build a deck? We just pull a deck list offline, right? You don't have that in Keyforge, so.
Yeah, and we're still excited for Sorcery for sure. By the way, we're not going to stream Sorcery tomorrow because. We're waiting for the next card pool to release on TTS, so it's kind of pointless for us to even play tomorrow. Yeah, because they're releasing basically all new cards.
They're revamping. There's a huge revamp of the game, right? So the next time we play Sorcery, it's gonna be some of it
experience.
Some of it will feel familiar, right? Like that kind of goes back to that tactical. Strategic argument that I've talked about, where
they're trying to make it more strategic on the board by tightening up
the more damage. Like having the tactical elements of the game matter more, right? As opposed to the best strategy, playing burn spells because you kill everything.
Playing a fireball because it kills 5 things at once. Yeah.
MTG Cube, I love that format.
I'll still play Vintage Cube when it pops up. So.
I love limited formats. Yeah. I got to be honest, and that's what playing Keyforge always feels like, is that you're playing the best deck you can kind of cobble together out of like the packs that you had on hand, right? I honestly, Flesh and Blood as a limited game is really good. I drafting this game, and unlike Magic, where you're checking out of the draft in a pack like 10 cards in or something like that, right?
Limited's better than Constructed. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's like Limited's like the reason I play card games.
Yeah, Limited.
It's so rewarding.
I gotta tell you, Limited Flesh and Blood is awesome.
Yeah.
Because the sets where you're like I've trash talked Monarch a lot on this stream, but Monarch Limited was a lot of fun. Like I finally got to booster draft it this past weekend. Welcome Wrath, right? Also a lot of fun. You get to cobble together a deck.
Yeah, it was fun. I like it too.
There's a lot of generic attacks in there, right? But there's you're not just jamming every generic attack in your deck, right? If you're playing Brute, you're looking for those generic attacks that have like 6 attack on them, right?
Yeah, Keyforge always feels like a limited experience. Speaking of which, we are getting sent cards or the deck for the Viewer Royale coming up.
Viewer Royale's coming up.
Or Viewer G1, whatever we want to call it. A lot of those got sent out today. So we're going to start that probably about a month, because I know there's a couple decks coming from the Netherlands that are probably going to take a while to get here.
Yeah, I could see that being like 2 to 3 weeks, but yeah.
We'll start as soon as we got everything.
Yeah.
Very excited about that, because the quality of deck that we're being sent is higher than I expected, I'll say.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bit higher than I expected. So this tournament might be oops all bangers.
I don't have a problem with that.
I'm excited to just like play a bunch of fresh decks. I mean, we obviously did that in the tag team tournament.
Those
weren't cherry picked. Like,
and with somebody, because there is something I miss about live Keyforge, and something about like weekly tournaments that could have been great is just handing a deck over to someone, right? And you're like, this isn't the best deck in the world, but if you want to play this deck for this tournament, go ahead, right? Like, because this is fun for a Chainbound. Like a lot of those Worlds Collide decks that were like better than average, but weren't like light tasker level.
Yeah.
The one deck that I love, that's got just an awful Brobnar side, but the Star Alliance in that deck is so fun. It's the double blasters deck, right?
Yeah.
Like I love decks like that.
And there's a deck that I have that's like 3 different blasters and Ortanu the Chained.
Yeah.
But it just can't win a game.
It cannot win a game. But you're like,
but you like playing
but you get some sweet cards.
Yeah.
You get to play with some sweet cards. So the closest thing in Flesh and Blood to playing a really sweet deck that can't win is playing Ranger.
Yeah. That's probably why I like Ranger so much.
Because it's you're engaged with the mechanics of Ranger. Because that was the hypothetical question I asked Justin before the stream started. I was like, has there ever been mechanically something that has been as fun to play as Ranger is in Flesh and Blood that is as bad as Ranger is in Flesh and Blood, right? Because mechanically, thematically, it's just sweet. You just get to do all kinds of cool stuff. So
it is pretty dope.
But you just sometimes you're too clever for your own devices.
Not dope enough.
So yeah. All right, I think we're done.
Yep,
we're wrapping it up.
Sunday, some sealed games of Keyforge. Like, there we go. It's that easy. We're just gonna open some packs of like Worlds Collide or whatever.
Yeah, we got some boxes of Worlds Collide.
Yeah,
so
very cool, very fun.
Yep.
So we'll see you then. Everyone have a great rest of the week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.